too wide for his shrunk shank. And his big manly voice, turning again toward childish treble, pipes and whistles in his sound. Last scene of all that ends this strange, eventful history is second childishness and mere oblivion. Sans teeth, sans eyes, sans taste, sans everything.
Signor Antonio, many a time and oft in the Rialto you have rated me about my monies and my usances. Still have I borne it with a patient shrug, for sufferance is the badge of all our tribe. You call me misbeliever, cutthroat dog, and spent upon my Jewish gabardine, and all for use of that which is mine own. Well, then it now appears you need my help. Go to then, come to me, and you say, Shylock, we would have monies. You say so. You, that did void your room upon my beard, and foot me as you spurn a stranger cur over your threshold. Monies is your suit. What should I say to you? Should I not say, hath a dog money? Is it possible a cur can lend 3,000 ducats? Or shall I bend low, and in a bondsman's key, with bated breath and whispering humbleness, say this: fair sir, you spat on me on Wednesday last. You spurned me such a day. Another time you called me dog. And for these courtesies, I'll lend you thus much money.
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players.
Where art thou, muse, that thou forgett'st so long to speak of that which gives thee light? Spend'st thou thy fury on some worthless song, darkening thy power to lend base subjects light? Return, forgetful muse, and straight redeem in gentle numbers time so idly spent. Sing to the ear that doth thy lays esteem, and gives thy pen both skill and argument. Rise, resty muse, my love's sweet face survey, if time have any wrinkle graven there, if any be a satire to decay, and make time's spoils despised everywhere. Give my love fame faster than time wastes life, so thou prevent'st his scythe and crooked knife. Those pretty wrongs that liberty commits, when I am sometime absent from thy heart, thy beauty and thy years full well befits, for still temptation follows where thou art. Gentle thou art, and therefore to be won. Beauteous thou art, therefore to be assailed. And when a woman woos, what woman's son will sourly leave her till she have prevailed? Ay me, but yet thou mightst my seat forbear, and chide thy beauty and thy straying youth, who lead thee in their riot even there, where thou art forced to break a twofold truth. Hers by thy beauty tempting her to thee, thine by thy beauty being false to me. When 40 winters shall besiege thy brow, and dig deep trenches in thy beauty's field, thy youth's proud lip so gazed be a tattered weed of small worth. Then being asked where all thy beauty lies, where all the treasure of thy lusty days, to say within thine own deep sunken eyes, where an all-eating shame, thriftless praise,
Tyrande!
how much
versus
more praise
Jaina!
deserved thy beauty's use?
You ask
If thou
for
couldst
it.
answer,
Moon give me
this
strength.
fair child of mine shall sum my count with my old excuse, proving his beauty by succession mine. This were to be new made when thou art old, see thy blood warm when thou feelst it cold.
The legions I command.
Is it for fear to wet a widow's eye that thou consumest thyself in single life? Ah, if thou, issueless, shalt have to die, the world will wail thee like a makeless wife. The world will be thy widow, and still weep that thou no form of thee hast left behind, when every private widow well may keep by children's eyes her husband's shape in mind. Look, what an unthrift in the world doth spend shifts but his place, for still the world enjoys it. But beauty's waste hath in the world an end, and kept unused, the user so destroys it. No love toward others in that bosom sits, that on himself such murderous shame commits.
Jade serpent guiding.
Thou shalt not boast thy decay. Thy pyramids built up with newer might to me are nothing novel, nothing strange. They are but dressings of a former sight. Our dates are, therefore we admire what thou dost foist upon us that is old, and rather make them born to our desire than think that we before have heard them told. I registers of thee I don't defy, not wondering at the present nor the past, for thy records and what we see doth lie, made more or less by thy continual haste. This I do vow, and this shall ever be, I will be true, despite thy side and thee.
I wonder.
An incredible discovery!
To be erected, that is the question. Whether it is nobler in the mind to soften the skins and force outrageous men, or to take arms against a sea of troubles. To sleep. And by the sleep disorder and the heart, and the thousand
My hand
natural
is
shocks
too
that
full.
flash of light. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep. To sleep. Chance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams we? Shock us with the call must give us pause. There is no silence for who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of despised love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns, the patient merit of the unworthy takes. When he himself might his coitus make with a bare bodkin. Who would fardels bear to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country, from whose bourne no traveller returns, puzzles the king. This is rather bear those things we have, than fly to others that we know not of. This conscience does make cowards of us all, and thus the native hue of resolution is sicklied over with the pale cast of thought, an enterprise of great pitch and moment with this regard that carries turn around.
I'll push that.
dance of spirit in a waste of lust. Lust is perjured, murderous, bloody, full of blame, savage, extreme, rude, cruel, not to trust. Enjoyed no sooner but despise it straight. Past reason hunted, and no sooner had, past reason hated, as a swallowed bait on
Your magic shall not save.
Mad in pursuit of sense, had, having, and in quest to have extreme, a bliss in proof, and proved a very woe, before joy proposed behind a dream. All this the world well knows, yet none knows what, to shun the heaven.
You want to cast a spell? I want to cast a spell. I see gold in your future.
Job done. Arms would shake against the cold. And ruin where late the sweet birds sang. Me thus is the twilight of such days after sunset fades.
A game? So kind of you to join me.
Yes, I can see the sea. Me thou seest the glowing sunfire that on the ashes of his youth was found. The deathbed whereon it must expire, consumed with that which it nourished on. This thou perceives, which makes thy love more strong. To love that well.
Job's done.
Let not my love be
The menagerie is for guests only.
all alike my song. There is his being, one on one, still such a song. Kind is my love today, all kind, still constant in a wondrous excellence. Therefore my verse to constancy confined, one thing expressed, leaves out. Fair, kind, and true is all my argument. Fair, kind, and true vary into other words. And in this change is my invention spent. Three themes in
I
one.
bring life.
One pursuit. Fair, kind, which three till now never conceived.
What fire is in my ears? Can this be true? Stand I condemned for pride, so much.
I wonder.
No glory is but in the lapse.
Just in time.
Time runs out on me.
Any more rough about the without amazing.
Oh, how I faint when I of you do write, knowing a better spirit doth use your name, and in the praise thereof spends all his might to make me tongue-tied speaking of your fame. But since your worth wide as the ocean is, the humble as the proudest sail doth bear, my saucy bark, inferior far to his, on your broad main doth wilfully appear. Your shallowest help will hold me up afloat, whilst he upon your soundless deep doth ride. or being wrecked, I am a worthless boat, he of tall building and of goodly pride. Then if he thrive and I be cast away, the worst was this, my love was buried. Why didst thou promise such a beauteous day, and make me travel forth without my cloak, to let base clouds o'ertake me in my way, hiding thy bravery in their rotten smoke? 'Tis not enough that through the cloud thou break, to dry the rain on my storm-beaten face. For no man well of such a salve can speak, that heals the wound and cures not the disgrace. Nor can thy shame give physic to my grief. Though thou repent, yet I have still the loss. The offender's sorrow lends but weak relief to him that bears the strong offence's cross. Ah, but those tears are pearl which thy love sheds. They are rich, and ransom all ill needs. Thine eyes I love, and they, as pitying me, knowing thy heart torments me with disdain, have put on black, and loving mourners be, looking with pretty ruth upon thy pain. Truly not the morning sun of heaven better becomes the grey cheeks of the east, nor that full star that ushers in the evening doth half that glory to the sober west, as those two mourning eyes become thy face. Oh, let it then as well beseem thy heart to mourn for me, since mourning doth thee grace, and suit thy pity like in every part. Then will I swear beauty herself is black, and all they foul that thy complexion lack.
To the public chair, we'll hear him. Noble Antony, go up. For Brutus' sake, I am beholden to you.
What does he say of Brutus?
He says for Brutus' sake he finds himself beholding to us all. To a best he speaks no harm of Brutus here. This Caesar was a tyrant. Nay, that's certain. They are blessed that Rome is rid of him. Gentle Romans. Gentle Romans, hear me. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is often interred with their bones. So let it be with Caesar. The noble Brutus hath told you Caesar was ambitious. If it was so, it was a grievous fault. And grievously hath Caesar answered it. Here under leave of Brutus and the rest, for Brutus is an honorable man. So are they all honorable men. Come I to speak in Caesar's funeral. He was my friend, faithful and just to me. But Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. He hath brought many captives home to Rome, whose ransoms did the general coffers fill. Did this and Caesar seem ambitious? When did the poor have cried, Caesar hath wept? Ambition should be made of sterner stuff. Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. You all did see that on the Lupercal I thrice presented him a kingly crown, which he did thrice refuse. Was this ambition? Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and sure he is an honorable man. I speak not to disprove what Brutus spoke, but here I am to speak what I do know. You only love him once, not without cause. What cause withholds you then to mourn for him? Oh, judgment, thou art led to brutish beasts, and men have lost their reason. Bear with me, my heart is in the coffin there with Caesar, and I must pause till it come back to me.
How oft when thou, my music placed upon that blessed wood whose motion sounds with thy sweet fingers, when thou gently swayest the wiry concord that mine ear confounds, do I envy those jacks that nimble leap to kiss the tender inward of thy hand, whilst my poor lips, which should that harvest reap, at the wood's boldness by thee blushing stand. To be so tickled, they would change their state and situation with those dancing chips, o'er whom thy fingers walk with gentle gait, making dead wood more blessed than living lips. Since saucy jacks so happy are in this, give them thy fingers, me thy lips to kiss.
From fairest creatures we desire increase, that thereby beauty's rose might never die. But as the riper should by time decease, his tender air might bear his memory. But thou, contracted to thine own bright eyes, feedst thy light's flame with self-substantial fuel, making a famine where abundance lies, thyself thy foe, to thy sweet self too cruel. Thou that art now the world's fresh ornament, and only herald to the gaudy spring, within thine own bud buryest thy content, and tender churl makest waste in niggarding. Pity the world, or else this glutton be, to eat the world's due by the grave and thee.
Betwixt mine eye and heart a league is took, and each doth good turns now unto the other, when that mine eye is famished for a look, or heart in love with sighs himself doth smother. With my love's picture then my eye doth feast, and to the painted banquet bids my heart. Another time mine eye is my heart's guest, and in his thoughts of love doth share a part. So either by thy picture I love thyself away unpleasant still, for thou not farther than my thoughts canst, and I am still with them, and they with thee. Or if they sleep, thy picture in my sight awakes my heart, hearts and eyes delight. How careful was I, when I took my way, each trifle under truest bars to thrust, that to my use it might unused stay from hands of falsehood in sure wards of trust. Thou, to whom my jewels trifles are, most worthy comfort, now my greatest grief, thou best of dearest and mine only care, art left the prey of every vulgar thief. Thee have I not locked up in any chest, save where thou art not, though I feel thou art, within the gentle closure of my breast, from whence at pleasure thou mayst come and part. And even thence thou wilt be stolen, I fear, For truth proves thievish for a prize so dear. What's in the brain that ink may character, which hath not figured to thee my true spirit? What's new to speak, what new to register, that may express my love or thy dear merit? Nothing, sweet boy, but yet, like prayers divine, I must each day say o'er the very same, counting no old thing old, thou mine, I thine, even as when first I hallowed thy fair name. So that eternal love in love's fresh case weighs not the dust and injury of age, nor gives to necessary wrinkles place, but makes antiquity for aye his pain, finding the first conceit of love there bred, where time and outward form would show it dead. From you have I been absent in the spring, when proud pied April, dressed in all his trim, had put a spirit of youth in everything, that heavy Saturn laughed and leapt with him. Yet nor the lays of birds, nor the sweet smell of different flowers in odour and in hue, could make me any summer's story tell, or from their proud lap pluck them where they grew. Nor did I wonder at the lilies white, nor praise the deep vermilion of the rose. They were but sweet, but figures of delight, drawn after you pattern of all those. It seemed it winter still, and you away, as with your shadow I with these did play. How can my muse want subject to invent, while thou dost breathe, that pour'st into my verse thine own sweet argument, too excellent for every vulgar paper to rehearse? Oh, give thyself the thanks, if aught in me worthy perusal stand against thy sight. For who's so dumb that cannot write to thee, when thou thyself dost give invention light? Be thou the 10th, 10 times more in worth than those old 9 which rhymers invocate. And he that calls on thee, let him bring forth eternal numbers to outlive long dates. If my slight muse do please these curious days, the pain be mine, but thine shall be the praise. Never say that I was false of heart, though absence seemed my frame to qualify. As easy might I from myself depart as from my soul, which in thy breast doth lie. That is my home of love. If I have ranged like him that travels, I return again, just to the time, not with the time exchanged, so that myself bring water for my stain. Never believe, though in my nature reigned all frailties that besiege all kinds of blood, that it could so preposterously be stained, to leave for nothing all thy summer good. For nothing this wide universe I call, save thou, my rose. In it thou art my own. So shall I live, supposing thou art true, like a deceiver.
Randa versus
So love's face may still seem
Let
love.
the hunt begin.
Thy looks with me, thy heart in other place. For there can live no hatred in thine eye. Therefore in that I cannot know thy change. In many's looks, the false heart's history is written, wounds and frowns and wrinkles strange. But heaven in thy creation did decree that in thy face sweet love should be. Whene'er thy thoughts or thy heart command, thy looks should nothing thence but sweetness take. Now like Eve's if thy sweet virtue answer thy show.
Jade serpent guide you.
How sweet and lovely dost thou make the shame, which, like a canker in the fragrant rose, doth spot the beauty of thy what sweets dost thou thy sins enclose? That tongue that tells the story of thy days, making lascivious comments on thy sport, cannot dispraise,
Is
but
someone
in a
injured?
kind of praise, naming
In the life's name.
oh, what a mansion have those vices got, which for their habitation chose out thee, where beauty's veil doth cover every blot, and all things turn to fair that eyes can see. The earth is large, largest night used, doth lose his own.
Hey, how you doing?
How's the study?
We're done. Yeah. After what we heard tonight, Shakespeare really started to make some sense.
And now we've made it make even more sense.
How? Well, we were upstairs practicing Mark Antony's speech, Friends, Romans, Countrymen.
You want to hear it?
Well, go with all this. Okay. I say friends.
Let me hold your ear.
And Romans.
Let me hold your ear.
I say countrymen.
Let me hold your ear.
No, I'm Marcus Antony's, but they call me Mark. I didn't come to bite, you see, I came to bark about the holes that the brothers put in Julius C. As far as I'm concerned, it was cool with me. You see, Brutus and the boys must know what they were doing. Caesar was about to run Rome to ruin, cause Brutus is cool.
All Caesar did was to Romanize the world and put some bronze in the palm of every boy and girl. But the man so chill that when they handed him the crown, Caesar said,
"No, baby,"
and turned the crown down. But Brutus, he said he was into greed, which is how he justified the odds of Mars deed. But Brutus is cool.
I say chill, homeboy, my heart is Dr. J.
So let's get busy till it comes this way.
Got go singing to the bridge.
Pap, 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 pap. Doo-doo, doo-doo,
Now the last little Caesar scene before homeboy blew
was to drop some old gold on each one of you.
JC was your father.
JC was your brother.
And what I wanna know,
when comes such another?
Great Caesar's ghost.
A great Caesar's ghost. He's chilly low from
coast to coast.
A great Caesar's ghost. A great Caesar's ghost.
Thus can my love excuse the slow offense of my dull bearer when from thee I speed. From where thou art, while
Your magic shall not save you.
till I return, of coasting is my need. Oh, what excuse will my poor beast then find, when swift extremity can seem but slow? Then should I spur, though mounted on the wine, in winged speed, no motion shall I know.
Such
Then can no horse with my desire keep pace. Therefore, tired of perfect love be made, shall neigh no dull pleasure, fiery race. Love for love, thou shalt excuse my jade, since from thee going, he went wilful slow. Towards thee I Thine eye had played the paint. Job done. Had steeled thy beauty's form in table of my heart. My body is the frame wherein is held. In perspective it is best to enter. For through the paint to
still find where your true image pictured lies, which in my bosom shop hanging still, that hath his windows glazed with thine eyes. Now see what good turn eyes for eyes have done. Mine eyes have drawn thy shape, and thine for me are windows to my breast, where through the sun delights to peep, to gaze therein on thee. Yet eyes this cunning want to grace their arts. They draw but what they see, know not the heart. Not marble nor the gilded monuments of princes.
Saranda versus Anduin. The light shall bring
You give me strength.
An unswept stone besmeared with sluggish time. When wasteful war shall statues overturn, and broils root out the work of masonry, nor Mars his sword, nor war's quick fire shall burn the living record of your memory. Against death and all of Lydia's enmity shall be taste forth, your face shall still shine blue, even in the eyes of all posterity that wear this world out to the ending. So till the judgment that yourself arise, you live in this, and dwell in lover's eyes.
What is Elun's will? Are you my master?
Was it the proud full sail of his great verse, bound for the prize of all too precious new, that did my right thoughts in my brain immerse, making their tomb the womb?
Oops, I broke it.
Did his spirit, my spirit's taught to write above a mortal pitch that struck me dead? No, neither he nor his compeers by night giving him aid my verse astonisheth. He nor that affable familiar ghost which nightly dulls him with intelligence, as victors of my silence cannot boast. I was not sick of any fear from thence, but when your countenance filled up his life, that night, that enfeebled.
Cthulhu! 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 Rope it to the face!
Who loves a comfort? Suggest me still. Better angel is a man right fair, a worser spirit a woman colored ill. To win me soon to hell, my female evil tempteth my better angel from my side, and would corrupt my saint to be a devil, wooing his purity with her foul
This
pride.
way.
Whether that my angel be turned fiend, suspect I may, yet not directly tell, that being both from me, both to each friend, I guess one angel in another's hell.
Just a
Yet this
pinch
shall I
of
ne'er know, live in dark, till my bad angel fire my good one.
All realities, all dimensions are open to me.
this way.
Cthulhu!
Use me thus, that I have scanted all wherein I should your great desert.
Is someone injured?
Forgot on your dearest love to call, where to all bonds that I have frequently in mind, given to time your dear fortunes bright, that I have hoisted sail to all the winds which should transport me farthest from your sight. Book both my willful and error. On just proof surmise accumulate. Bring me within the level of your frown, but shoot not at me in your waking hate. Since my appeal says I did strive to prove constancy.
Surrender your will to Carthon.
The quality of mercy is not strained. It droppeth as the gentle rain from heaven upon the place beneath. It is twice blessed. It blesseth him that gives and him that takes. 'Tis mightiest in the mightiest.
Is someone injured?
It becomes the throned monarch better than his crown. His scepter shows the force of temporal power, the attribute to awe and majesty, wherein doth sit the dread and fear of kings. But mercy is above this sceptered sway. It is enthroned in the hearts of
I
kings.
will bind you.
It is an attribute of God himself. And earthly power doth then show likest gods, when mercy seasons justice.
Oops, I broke it.
Therefore, Jude, though justice be thy plea, consider this, that in the course of justice, none of us should see salvation. We do pray for mercy. And that same prayer will teach us all to render the deeds of mercy. I have spoke thus much to mitigate the injustice of that, which if thou follow, this strict court of Venice must needs give sentence against the merchant there.
Signor, many a time and oft in the Rialto, you have rated me about my monies.
When I consider everything that grows, holds in perfection but a little memory, that this huge stage presenteth naught but shows, whereon the stars in secret influence
Do
comment.
you know the secret
When
handshake?
I perceive that men as plants increase, cheered and checked by the self-same sky, vaunt in their youthful sap, at height decrease, and wear their brave state out of memory. Then the conceit, this inconstant stay, sets you most rigid youth before my sight, where wasteful time debateth with decay, to change your day of youth to sullied nights, and all in war with time, for love of you, that he takes from you.
Gadgets and Gazette always gets the scoop.
You wish
Not
to
from the
live
stars do I
forever.
my judgment pluck, and methinks I have a strong, but not to tell of good or evil luck, of plagues, of dearths, or seasons' quality. Nor can I fortune to brief minutes tell, pointing to each his thunder, rain, and wind, or say predict that I in heaven find. But from thine eyes my knowledge I derive, and constant stars in them I read such art as truth and beauty shall together thrive, if from thyself to store thou wouldst convert. Or else of thee this I prognosticate, thy end is truth's and beauty's doomed date.
I am not a morning person.
Thy sleepers welcomely screaming.
Job done.
My mind as generous, my shape as true as honest madam's issue.
I can wait and fish all day.
The symphony of terror begins. Is close.
Job done. Ha! Caught one!
I prosper.
Behold the might of Stormwind!
Wherefore do you war upon this bloody tyrant time, and fortify yourself in your decay with means more blessed than my barren rhyme. Now stand you on the top of happy hours, and many maiden gardens yet unsent, with virtuous wish would bear your living flowers, much lighter than painted counterfeit. So should the line
hear its call?
that life which this time's pencil my rule.
Listen closely.
Neither in inward words nor outward fare can make you live yourself in eyes of men. To give away yourself keeps yourself still, and you must live drawn by your own sweet skill. Slavery, my sweetest friend must be. Me from myself thy cruel eye hath taken, and my next self thou harder hast engrossed. Of him, myself, and thee I am forsaken, a torment thrice threefold thus to cost. Prison my heart in thy steel bosom's ward, but then my friend's heart let my poor heart make. Whoever keeps me, let my heart be his guard. Thou canst not then use rigor in my dread. And yet thou wilt, for I, being pent in thee, her force and thine, and all
Uther versus Rexa.
Let the hunt begin. I will fight with honor.
What potions have I drunk of siren tears, distilled from limbecks foul as hell within, applying fears to hopes and hopes to fears, still losing when I saw myself to win. What wretched errors have my heart committed, whilst it had thought itself so blessed? Job's done. How have mine eyes out of their spheres been fitted in the distraction of this madding fever? Oh, benefit of ill, now I find true that better is by evil still made better, and ruined love, when it is built anew, grows fairer than at first, more strong, far greater. So I return rebuked to my content, and gain by ills thrice more than I have spent. How much more doth beauty beauteous seem by that sweet ornament which truth doth give. Job's done. The rose looks fair, but fairer we it deem for that sweet odour which doth in it live. The canker blooms have full as deep a dye as the perfumed tincture of the roses.
Get in there!
Hang on such thorns and play as wantonly when summer's breath their masked buds discloses. But for their virtue sweet and cold, they live unwooed, unrespected fade, lie to themselves. sweet roses do not so. Of their sweet deaths are sweetest odors made. And so of you, beauteous and lovely youth, when that shall fade, my verse is still your truth. Being your slave, what should I do but depend upon the hours and times of your desire? I have no precious time at all to spend, nor services to do till you require. Nor dare I chide the way without end hour, whilst I, my sovereign, watch the clock for you. Nor think the bitterness of absence sour, when you have bid your servant once adieu. Nor dare I question with my jealous thought where you may be, or your affairs suppose, but like a sad slave stay and think of naught, save where you are, how happy it lives. So true a fool is love, that in your will, though you do anything, he thinks no.
Someone called for justice.
Desires you let those few terms care no more of you. This, the Dauphin speaks. Tennis balls, my
for justice.
When we have matched our rackets to these balls, we will in France, by God's will, strike his feet. But tell the Dauphin,
The menagerie is for guests only.
Sailors to God that run before our business. Therefore, let every man now task his thought, that this fair action may on foot be brought.
I must move quickly for justice.
Is this the handle toward my hand? Let me clutch thee. I have thee not. And yet I see thee still. But the dagger of the mind, a false creation, proceeding from the heat oppressing the brain. I see thee yet. Thou marshallest me the way that
Again? So kind of you to join me.
you was to lose. Mine eyes are made the fools of the other side.
For justice.
All worth all the rest. Well played. See thee still. And on thy blade and dudgeon, gouts of blood. It was not so before. There's no such thing. It is a bloody business which informs as to mine eyes. Now, for the one-half world, nature seems dead, and wicked dreams abuse the curtained sleep. Now witchcraft celebrates pale Hecate's offerings, and withered murder, alarmed by his sentinel, the wolf whose howls his watch, thus with his stealthy pace, with dark winds ravishing stride towards his design, moves like a ghost. Thou sure and firm set earth, hear not my steps which way they walk. For fear thy very stones prate of my whereabouts and take the present horror from the time which now suits with it. Whilst I threat, he lives. Words to the heat of deeds too cold breathless. I thought, and it is done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for 'tis a knell that summons thee to heaven. Or to hell.
Then let not winter's ragged hand deface in thee thy summer ere thou be distilled. Make sweet some vial, treasure thou some place with beauty's treasure ere it be self-killed. That use is not forbidden usury, which happies those that pay the willing loan. That's for thyself to breed another thee, or 10 times happier, be it 10 for 1. 10 times thyself were happier than thou art, if 10 of thine 10 times refigured thee. Then what could death do if thou shouldst depart? leaving thee living in posterity. Be not self-willed, for thou art much too fair to be death's conquest and make worms thine heir.
Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle toward my hand. Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou not fatal vision sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou but a dagger of the mind? A false creation proceeding from the heat oppressed brain. I see thee yet, in form as palpable as this which now I draw. Thou marshalledst me the way that I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes are made the fools over the other senses, or else worth all the rest. I see thee still, and on thy blade and dudgeon gouts of blood which was not so before. It is the bloody business which inflames us the most.
Gul'dan! Your soul shall be mine!
Alone give me
One
strength.
world, nature seems dead, and wicked dreams abuse the curtained sleep. Witchcraft celebrates pale Hecate's offerings, and withered murder, alarmed by his sentinel, the wolf, who howls his wife. Thus, with his stealthy pace, with Tarquin's ravishing strides towards his design, moves like a ghost. Thou sure and firm said earth.
Mind if I roll need?
Hear not my steps, which way they walk, for fear thy very stones praise of my whereabout, and take the present horror from the time which now suits women. Whilst I thread, he lives. Words to the heat of
The truth is in here!
I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. It is not that summons thee to heaven or to hell.
Your magic shall not save me.
Sweet love, renew thy force. Be it not said by ancient laughter be than appetite, which but today by feeding is allayed, tomorrow sharpened in its former mind. O love be thou, although today thou fill thy hungry eyes, even till they wink with fullness, tomorrow see again, and do not kill the spirit of love with a perpetual dullness. Let this sad interim like the ocean.
I see gold in your future.
Attracted new, tailored to the banks, that when they see return of love, more blessed may be the moon.
You feel it.
Or call it winter, which, being full of care, makes summer's welcome thrice more.
All the world's a stage. All the men and women merely slaves.
The master hungers.
Jealous in honor, sudden and quick to war. Seeking the bubble reputation even when the cannon's mouth. Fair round belly with good paper lines.
In the light's name.
The sixth age shifts him to believe in sniffing pantaloons, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side, and his youthful homes well saved. Big manly voice, turning again for childish trouble, pipes and whistles in his sound. Last seen more. Hey,
that's my cake! I'm warning you, I'm unstable!
I feel icky.
If it is nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or flick arms against a sea of troubles and by opposing.
All realities, all dimensions are open to me.
Sleep? No, no. And by a sleep to the end of
Hey, that's my cake!
Side effects? No. Trust me.
I love omelets.
For in that sleep of death, what dreams will come when we have shuffled off this mortal toil must give us pause. There to respect the mixed calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time? The oppressor's wrong, the proud man's company, the pangs of disprised love, the laws delay, the insolence of others.
Blessed be this funnel cake!
Merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietus make with a bare wood fardels there, grunt and sweat under a weary light, as of the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveller returns.
Hey, that's my cake!
And thus the native hue of resolution is sicklied o'er with a pain of heart, and enterprises of great pitch regard their currents.
I love omelets.
In thy orisons be all my sins remembered.
I wonder.
I humbly thank you. Well.
My dreaming ends.
Remembrances of yours that I have longed to redeliver. I pray that thou receive.
Hey, that's my cake!
that old stock. Really got it. I love you, no.
Sleep.
Hey, that's my cake! I myself in different honors, but yet I could accuse me of some failing. It were better my mother had not born.
One last break. Take heart. The Earth Mother.
Mind if I roll need? Side effects? No. Trust me.
Let the doors be shut upon him, that he may play the fool who know but in his own house. Farewell. If thou dost marry, I'll give thee this.
What is a loon's will?
Pure as snow, thou shalt not escape tyranny. Get thee gone and bring gone quickly to farewell. But if thou wilt needs marry a fool. For wise men know well enough what monsters you make of them. Go and bring gone quickly to farewell. I hear the playthings too well enough. God has given you one face.
Is someone injured?
Another. And you listen, and you nickname God's creatures to make your wantonness your ignorance. I know Mora. It has made me mad.
Sleep.
So are you to my thoughts, as food to my food. The sweet season showers are
I'm warning you. I'm unstable.
you, I hold such strife as twixt a miser as well as fun. Now proud as an enjoyer, and anon doubting the filching age will steal his treasure, now counting best to be with you alone, then better that the world may see my pleasure. Sometimes all full with feasting on your sight, and by clean starved for a look. Possessing
I see
gold save what his head or us. Thus do I pine and surfeit day by day, or gluttoning on all.
Right away.
I am a courageous dinomancer.
Learn this.
When the blast of war blows in our ears, then imitate the action of the tiger. Stiffen the sinews, summon up the blood, disguise fair nature with hard-favored rage. Then lend the eye a terrible aspect. Let it pry through the portage of the head like the brass cannon. Let the brow o'erwhelm it as fearfully as doth a galled rock, or hang and jutty his confounded face, swelled with a wild and wasteful ocean.
I wonder.
Set the teeth and stretch the
In the light's name.
hold hard the breath and bend down every spirit to his full height. Dishonor not your mothers. Now attest that those whom you call fathers did beget you, and you, good yeoman. Your breeding, which I doubt not, but there is none of you so mean and base, not noble luster in your eyes. I stand like greyhounds in the woods, straining upon the start. The game's afoot. Follow your spirit, and upon this charge, cry God for Harry, England, and St. George!
Orient, when the gracious light lifts up his burning head, each under eye doth homage to his new appearing sight, serving with looks his sacred majesty. And having climbed the steep up heavenly hill, resembling strong youth in his middle age, yet mortal looks adore his beauty still, attending on his noble pilgrimage. When from highmost pitch his weary car, like feeble age, he relifts in the day, the eyes fall converted, his low chat, and look another way. So thou, thyself outgoing, unlooked on diest, unless thou get a son.
Make dust our pale and rainy eyes write sorrow. Let's choose it. And nothing can we call our own but death, and that small model of the baronet who serves of peace and cover to our bones. For God's sake, let us sit upon the ground and tell sad stories of the death of kings, how some have been opposed, some slain in wars unhalted. Some slain. For within the hollow crown, the grounds, the mortal temples of a king, keeps death his court, and there the antics soften his skin. Alive in the breath, a little sea, pure and cruel looks, infusing him with self and vain conceit, as if this flesh that walls about our life were brass and dreadful, and humoured thus comes at the last. Respect, tradition, form, and ceremonious duty, for you have but mistook me all this while. I live with bread like you, feel want, taste good, need friends. Subjected thus, how can you say to me, I am a king?
Since I left you, mine eye is in my mind, and that which governs me to go about doth part his function, and is partly blind, seems seen, but effectually is outdone. For it no form delivers to the heart of bird, or flower, or shape which it doth lack. Of his quick objects hath the mind no part, nor his own vision holds what it doth catch. For if it see the rudest or gentlest sight, the most sweet favour or deformedst creature, the mountain or the sea, the day or night, the crow or dove, it shapes them to your feature. Incapable of more, replete with you, my most true mind thus maketh mine untrue.